How long do you think this war will last?
I don't know. It doesn't seem like our king will give up any time soon.
I hope it doesn't last long enough, where we have to go and fight.
They're always going to need people to guard the city walls. If we lose the mountain, it would be devastating. If we lose Benjin, then we'll lose everything. You leave the most valuable soldiers at the most valuable spot. Also, if you're a soldier, why don't you want to fight?
I was gathered up by the army. I didn't want to be a soldier, but the army kidnapped us on the street and told us what we're going to be and where we're going. I was told to be guard at the wall of Benjin, while others were forced to go into the mountains.
It's for the kingdom. We live in the Benjin kingdom. We shall die in the Benjin kingdom. Whatever she commands we do of, she must live on forever.
I see something.
Where?
Right there, in the distance.
One of the guards grabbed his telescope. He saw a man walking towards the walls.
Stop! Stop at once, or we will shoot.
The man kept walking, ignoring the threats.
Stop, or by our Benjin King Briar we will strike you where you stand.
My lord, don't shoot.
What? Why wouldn't I shoot? He could be an invader.
My lord, look who it is.
I can't get a good look at him. Who is it?
It's General Rorin.
Nomir is here. He is in these mountains somewhere.
Lord Tatis, we should not focus on Nomir. He doesn't pose a bigger threat than the Benjins.
Who cares about the Benjins? They don't know our camp like Nomir does. Many of our men were loyal to Nomir when he was a commander here. They could still be working with him.
Lord Tatis, I will not let you send any more men to get lost in the woods for Nomir. The Benjin army is just over in that direction. They might know our camp well like Nomir, but Nomir doesn't have an army with him. He doesn't have cavalry or any high-level weapons.
You don't want to follow my orders? I'll find another commander that will.
It's not just me who won't follow the orders, Tatis. It's the men. You overthrew Weiler and Nomir because they did a peace deal with the Benjins when we should have attacked them. Now, you don't want to attack the Benjins because of one man who you thought was too weak.
So be it. Take the men to Benjin. I'll find Nomir myself.
Did you get it?
I got it.
How?
Sell berries turn deadly when mixed with wine. I gathered some just on the outskirts of the city.
How deadly?
Deadly enough. A good dose of this, and your skin will turn purple and your teeth will fall out. It won't matter anyway because they'll be dead before then.
Okay, now what?
We go into the kitchen. We say we are just scouting around. They won't question us. We tell the cooks that we'll be taking the food to the king's chambers and then poison the wine.
Wouldn't it be suspicious? The king dies from poisoning on the day 2 non-waiters take the meal to him. What if they put it together?
Then they'll put it together and we'll be punished. But so what? Someone has to do it. If you can't do it, Edward, then that's fine with me. You don't have to, and if I get caught, your name won't be mentioned.
Nat, if people start investigating, and they will, I promise I will protect you. I will not give you up, but unfortunately, that's all I can offer you at this point.
Very well. Thank you, Edward.
Nat turned away from Edward and headed towards the palace.
Give up Polo! Surrender to him, Polo! Surrender to his glory!
Polo couldn't breathe. He was being consumed. He felt his body turning over. He felt his soul being sucked away. The pain from resisting was too much for him. He knew that if he surrounded himself to Zarathul, the pain will go away. Polo couldn't fight it anymore. He reached his hands out towards the tree to grab anything. He did. The struggle stopped. Polo could breathe. The pain was gone. He felt a drip on his head, and another, and another. He opened his eyes. Blood was leaking from Amos's eyes. His face was back to its original form, but with blood now flooding out from his eyes. Amos started screaming. The rest of the Black Shadow members were now screaming. Their shrieking pierced Polo's ears. It wasn't a scream that humans make, or any scream that animals make. It was a scream from something not of this world. A scream that Polo has never heard before, or that no man or woman has heard before. Amos and the shadows faded into dust. Polo got to his feet and held the stone in his hand. He thought back to his meeting with the oracle on the street.
What do you need from me?
Are you in a hurry, Polo? You really are impatient. Forgive me, Polo, if I want to spend time with the Redeemer of Elaru. This is a big day for me to meet you.
Well, it is a big day for me to meet an oracle as well.
But, Polo, you're not here to be flattered by an old woman. You want to hear my important message to you.
And what is that message?
Don't trust them, Polo.
Trust who?
You know who. The men that claim to be followers of Solvaris.
The shadows?
They are not who they say they are.
Who are they?
You'll find that out.
Why don't you just tell me?
It is important that you find everything out on your own. In order for you to become your true form, you have to solve problems yourself.
So what do I do?
Listen to them for now. They'll take you somewhere. You'll see a tree, a cherry tree on a hill overlooking the area. There is something waiting for you there.
What?
You'll find it when you need it. And you will need it. It will come. The moment they reveal themselves, you run to that tree, and you find what's waiting for you there.
But how do I...
Someone bumped into Polo on the street. Polo looked back at whoever did it, but no one was there. He then turned his attention to the oracle, but she was gone. Polo was by himself on the street. Polo then made his way back to the compound. Polo, now coming back to reality, held the stone in his hand. It was just an ordinary stone, nothing special, nothing unusual, but it saved his life. Polo squeezed it in his hand and marched down the hills back to Benjin.
Do you really think Tatis has lost it?
What makes you think that?
Have you seen him? He was yelling and screaming for Nomir to show up in the woods.
2 Gendlian soldiers were working in the Gendlian camp.
Well, Nomir is around the area. Who else killed our men at the Benjin camp if it wasn't the Benjins?
It's not so much that he is going after Nomir. It's that he's completely forgotten about the war. I mean, look at the camp. It's almost completely empty. Half of them went to attack the Benjin camp once again, and Tatis took the rest in the woods to go look for Nomir.
A Gendlian soldier walked up to the 2 men.
What is it?
The soldier raised his sword to the 2 Gendlians.
What are you doing?
The soldier removed his helmet, revealing himself to be Nomir.
Nomir?
Drop your weapons.
The 2 Gendlians did as they were told.
So nobody is here?
No, nobody is here.
Now, you wouldn't be lying to me, would you?
The 2 men shook their heads.
Nomir, please don't kill us.
How about this? You do as I say and I won't kill you.
Yes, of course, anything.
Take all these crates of food and load them on 2 wagons.
2 wagons?
But we don't have that many crates for 2 wagons.
Then I suggest you go and find some more food to bring. Once you do, load them on the wagon and drive them to Gwendlia. I'll give you further instructions from there.
Helena, Serana, and Marcus were being led by the black shadows, but this time with chains on their hands.
We trusted you. What do you want from us?
Whatever Zarathul wants. He is the one we take orders from.
I thought you were followers of Solvaris.
Solvaris doesn't know what he wants. He doesn't know what the people want. We had to tell you that we served Solvaris to convince you to follow us. We didn't betray your trust. We did tell you the truth. Solvaris was the god of life. Zarathul is the god of death. Zarathul will return again more powerful than ever. Solvaris is preparing for it, and Polo is the most important mortal in Elaru. That is all still very true.
Where is Polo? What have you done with him?
Nagel walked up to the siblings.
Zarathul has big plans for Polo. They will meet soon, if not already.
Why is Polo so important?
Solvaris chose him. Zarathul contacted Polo before Solvaris did. Polo ran away. He was scared of him.
So?
When Zarathul presents himself, you will never experience such desire and power. It is everything you wanted. Those with deep desires will always be sucked into Zarathul's gaze, because he will come bearing gifts. The gifts you desire the most. The fact that Zarathul presented himself to Polo and his desire was to run away means Polo is more powerful than we know. Who else would run away from everything they desire the most?
It means that Polo desires nothing.
If Zarathul presents himself in a form of everything you desire, and if Polo has no desire, then it means he saw Zarathul for who he really is.
Nonsense. Who Zarathul is the most gracious being. Solvaris doesn't offer anything in return. He never comes bearing gifts or nothing.
You're just saying that, because Zarathul gave you everything for loyalty.
Zarathul is the true lord of Elaru, and I will give him my full loyalty, because I believe in him.
You just said that...
Quiet!
Why did Zarathul contact Polo in the first place?
Solvaris chose Polo to be his mortal because of his lack of desire. He is the only one who can bear the responsibility that Solvaris gives. Once Zarathul turns him, Solvaris will have no one to carry his will. Now that he has him in his grasp, Zarathul will come back and rule Elaru once and for all.
Rorin was being guided to King Briar's chambers of Benjin.
General Rorin, it's good to see you back.
Thank you, my king.
It's been a long time since you were taken away.
It has.
How did you get out of Gendlia?
I escaped.
You escaped from Gendlia?
Indeed.
King Briar got to his feet.
Guards, please leave me and General Rorin alone.
The Benjin guards exited the room, leaving just Briar and Rorin.
You know, General, I understand why it is easy to assume that I'm out of the loop.
What do you mean?
You don't think I know about the fake deal? The Gendlians giving you to me, and in return I give them the mountain, which of course I would never do. No disrespect to you, Rorin.
How do you know all this? Did you have a spy in Gendlia?
The king chuckled.
Rorin, I have more connection to Gendlia than you realize. Do you really think Zarathul will put all his effort into only one king? I know his plans, Rorin, which means I know his plans for you. Rorin, it is time to do your duty, not for me, but for our Lord Zarathul.
Nat entered the kitchen of the palace. It was busy. Chefs all around were scattering around the kitchen like blind mice.
What is this commotion?
I am sorry, my lord. It's just we've had a lack of food coming in to work with.
What do you mean, a lack of food?
For several nights we've had a slow production of goods coming through. There isn't enough for all of the palace.
What about the king?
The king will receive whatever food he desires.
We'll make it now. The king has been hungry for some time.
Of course, my lord. It is ready. Please apologize on my behalf to King Mosun. Because of the lack of food, it is more difficult to reach our quotas.
Understood.
Nat reached for the tray of food that was to be delivered to the king.
I'll take this tray. It seems like everyone here is busy.
My lord, the servers will take the tray to the king.
The servers are supposed to take the trays to the whole palace, but clearly that didn't be. It seems like you need extra help in the kitchen anyway. They may be better working in here instead.
Nat left the kitchen, carrying the tray of food and a cup of wine to the king. He was nervous. His arms were shaking as he was making his way up the stairs to the king. Nat had to calm himself. If remained this anxious, he was going to drop the king's meal on the floor. He made it to the top of the steps. He peeked into the next room to where the guards were outside the king's chambers. Now was the time. Nobody was in sight. Nat set the table down and got out the poisonous berries. He gently dropped them in the cup of wine. Nat breathed deeply as he picked the tray back up and approached the guards.
I am here to drop off the meal for the king.
Leave it at the front. The king will take it when he pleases.
Nat placed the tray by the door and walked away. He had to contain himself from sprinting as far away from the palace, but he kept his composure.
Nat.
Nat turned around. It was the king. Mosan was standing in front of the now open doors that guarded the king's chambers from the outside world.
Yes, my king.
You've delivered me something.
Yes.
Well, deliver it to me inside these doors, then.
Nat walked back towards the king's doors. He slowly bent down to pick up the tray of food before entering. The room was dark. The only light in the room was from the fireplace.
Come here.
Mosan sat at his dining table, pushing out a chair for Nat to sit in. Nat walked up to the table and cautiously placed the tray of food on it.
So, Nat, I believe this is the first time we've interacted with each other since...
the death of Dexter.
Right. Dexter. And oddly enough, I didn't see you for quite some time, until you showed up at my door with a tray of food. Which is odd. Do you know why that is odd?
Because I'm not a server.
Because you are not a server. So why did you bring the food today?
There's a food shortage right now, and the kitchens needs everyone working. So I suggested that they use servers, and I'll deliver the food.
Would it surprise you that I haven't had any food for the past few days?
It would surprise me. Why aren't you eating?
I don't need to eat. I have everything I need. Nat, where do you think Polo is?
Polo? Is that the boy who claimed to see the god of death?
Zarathul, his name is.
Right. I'm not sure where he is.
We should have gone after him. We focused too much on trying to get food to the people that we forget the most important one.
Why would you say he is important?
Because I said so. That's why we must starve the peasants. He could still be there, or the next peasant who is possessed by Zarathul could be there too.
You're putting a blockade on the people of Gendlia in case they might encounter Zarathul?
And in case the boy is there. He could be here in Gendlia still.
He could, but no one has seen him since. He most likely went into the mountains. That's how the baskets of food got to the peasants.
Right. The baskets of food. He is in the mountains. Do you think he's still there?
I'm not sure.
Well, if we're not sure if he's in the mountains, then why don't we burn it down?
Excuse me?
If Polo is in those mountains with those thick forests and trees, why waste our time looking for him and just burn it down instead?
But the war, the food.
Like I said, I don't need food. I don't eat anymore. Nat, you're not going to disobey me, are you?
No, of course not.
Now you're going to send that order.
Okay.
I mean it, Nat. I know everything. And I just want you to know I can't be stopped. Now get out and send the order.
Nat exited the king's room. Once he left the area out of the guard sight, he started sprinting. He had to leave Gendlia at once. Nat made it out of the palace. He was trying to find his way outside the city, but there were too many people in the way. They were gathered around, panicking. Nat pushed through the crowd until he found what the crowd was gathering around. It was Edward. He was dead. His skin purple, his teeth gone. Nat looked back at the palace and saw Mosan standing on the balcony, staring back at him. Polo was back in Benjin. He was scrambling around the streets. He wanted to scream for her, but he couldn't draw any attention to himself.
Where are you? Come on, show yourself to me.
You're back. I say it like it was surprising, but being an oracle, I always know the results.
Polo held the stone in front of the oracle.
What is this?
A tool.
How could this old-looking stone do something like that?
How could an old woman on the street tell the future? That stone is a small part of something bigger long before your time. I know you didn't come to me for the stone, though.
Where are they?
Around.
Tell me where they are.
I can't just tell you everything.
Why not? If the fate of Elaru is in my hands, then why make it hard for me?
Polo, if your job was to make a young man or woman the greatest fisher to have ever lived, do you give him all the fish, or do you make him work for it? You know the answer. I know. You know the answer. There is going to be a moment, Polo, where you are going to be put in a position where what you do and how you do it determines the fate of Elaru forever. When that moment comes, you have to be ready. You are not ready for that moment, Polo, because you haven't won enough.
I haven't won enough?
Polo, you have everything it takes. You truly are the most powerful man in Elaru. It doesn't matter what deal other mortals make with Zarathul that gives them these powers, because none will amount to half of what yours is going to be. The reason why you don't have it is because you don't believe in it yourself. All your life you've been pushed around and treated like you're beneath everything. It happened so often that you believed it. And the reason why you are still not believing in yourself is because you haven't proven to yourself that you are capable of doing great things. You're not used to putting everything on the line for the result that you want. Once you get used to winning, you'll start to believe. And once you believe, you'll be everything Solvaris made you to be.
Why me? Why do I have this responsibility?
Because you are the only one who can bear it. You are the only one that can take it. You can't be tempted. You can't be moved. And you desire nothing that you can't earn yourself. So go and earn it, Polo.